Hey everybody, welcome back to Fatty's Barbecue. I'm Eric Cantu and thank y'all so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the last video that we put out. That was the unboxing of the Lone Star Grillz cabinet pellet smoker. If you haven't been able to see it yet, please click on it, check it out. I go into a lot of detail on that one as far as the racks, stainless steel, the shelving, everything that I possibly can on there to show you what it looks like and what we got here at Fatty's Barbecue. Super excited about this whole thing. Hey, and while you're at it, if you don't mind, I would appreciate if you could potentially hit the subscribe button or the like button. It really helps me out and it helps me with the analytics afterwards to see who am I reaching out to, what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, how to make this channel better. Hey, and while I'm at that, trying to make this channel better, another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be reducing the amount of advertisement that I've got going on. I've just been noticing lately that when I'm watching a video online on YouTube, it kind of gets frustrating because 50-second commercials will come up all of a sudden and you can't skip them. You got to wait. And next thing you know, right after that's done, another commercial comes on. And so yes, we're monetized here. So what I always did before was just hit, hey, automatic commercials, and YouTube does it for me, right? But it used to just be like a 5-second commercial that y'all could skip. But now it doesn't do that anymore. And it's kind of putting too many commercials in there. And I'm trying to be considerate of all of you. I'm very appreciative to everything that y'all do and all of the support that you've been giving me. So the least I can do is understand the fact that you came here to watch a video. You didn't come here to watch a whole bunch of advertisements, right? A whole bunch of commercials. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my commercials at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the video, and that's it. I'm going to manually put them in there. So it might take me a little bit longer to put these videos out and get it correct, but that's what I'm going to do because once I do automatic, it's just too much, right? And I don't even like watching that, right? Like that, right? So I want y'all to have some fun watching these videos. Anyway, having said all that, today's video, we're going to be doing something to the next step, right? Step 1, unboxing. Step 2, we're seasoning up the Goliath today. All right, guys, we got the pit out here. We're ready to season it up. Lone Star Grillz sends you a QR code, and all you got to do is scan it with your phone. It tells you step by step how to season it up. In a nutshell, what we need to do is we need to make sure we put that protective coating inside first, and we get this paint cured to the metal, right? We don't want to just start firing it up and putting it at super hot temperatures because what's going to happen is that paint will blister, right? We don't want that. So we're going to cure it on there. Long story short, 225 degrees for 3 to 6 hours. But I'm going to put some of this PAM on here. I think I got it for like $3 to $4 at HEB. So let's check it out. We're going to go ahead and get in here and we're going to start seasoning it up. So this is our process right here. Look at the inside. Real simple. Ready, Scar? Yes. Here we go. I'm just going to spray it everything I can with this PAM. And hopefully I have enough to last. If you get too close, it's going to run like that, right? So we stay a little further away, get a good coating on everything, right? We come over here, go all the way across, just up a nice good coat. I got 2 cans. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Sorry about the smell. Yeah, stay away from the aerosols, right? Oh, careful now. I might as well get that. It said, this bar was like, hey, don't forget me. There we go. Get that one right there. Get the top. Okay. Put this back up on there. And we're going to go this side here. Okay. Get these edges right here. Okay, so now we got just a thin layer on the inside of some Pam. I can feel I'm about halfway done with this can right now. But I got to get the grates in here next. I'm going to put the grates and that heat shield on here. And I'm going to get those coated with some Pam as well. So let's get started on that. All right, so we've got a light light coating of the Pam spray in there. I got about half a bottle of each left in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up these pellets, right? I did have the wood chips here, but I'm not going to use it for the burn-in process, for the seasoning portion. I want to save those for our first cook, which is going to be a little bit later on today. We're going to be doing a brisket later. But for now, I've got these B&B post oak pellets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load those into the hopper. Going to get it started. We're going to go 225 degrees for between 3 and 6 hours. And we're just going to let it ride and let it go. Just load it up. Move this out of the way so I don't trip. Take a look at this scar right here. So if you look in there, I don't know if the sun, if you can see in there, but you can see it's pretty massive, pretty deep. All right, we're going to load this guy up. There we go. You ready? Let's do it. So that's about halfway right there. That scar, look, all right, that's 20-pound bag of B&B post oak, right? So I'm probably gonna have to buy another bag of this for sure, but we're gonna see how far that goes. 20-pound bag, I still gotta prime it. Let's get started with it. Then we got to put button on the side, pellet, I'm going to prime, there we go. All right, here we go. It's working. Alrighty guys, so here we are. It's been about 4 hours of the seasoning process here. See the sun is fixing to set. Really nice, beautiful view in the background. You can see right there, looks pretty cool. Anyway, if we look here at the temp, it said on the instructions to have 225 degrees for 4 to 6 hours, right? So, I mean from 3 to 6 hours, and it's already at 4 hours now. And if you look here, that's perfect, right at 225. I've got the setting here. See if I can focus it on this at 225, and the actual temperature inside shows 224.8. So the difference between the fireboard and what the tell-true is showing is 0.2 of a degree, right? So let's go ahead and look inside and see how it's looking so far with the seasoning process. Ooh, yeah. This is looking pretty good. I'll try to adjust here so you can see a little bit better. Right? You can see, I don't know if this video is going to do it justice, but the stainless steel has turned like a gold color. Looks like a gold color now. You see this here? Looks nice and shiny. The back, I mean, you can see it. It looks really good. It's beautiful, guys. Let me see if I can give you some more light in here. Let me change the ISO as we're going. I don't know if you can see it. May not do justice, guys, but I just wanted to show you. I'm about to get this thing closed here. But that's it. That seasoning is looking awesome. All right, let me close this thing up. Got a little of a creak going on. I'll put some 3-in-1 oil. Put some 3-in-1 oil on them hinges. All right, let's close this ISO back down. There we go. All right, guys. So that's it. That seasoning process is pretty much over, okay? 225 degrees. It's been 4 hours. We are ready to cook on this thing. The paint has been cured, right? So now we don't have to worry about it blistering or anything like that. This thing is looking good. So, all right, we're going to sign off here in a little while. The other thing that I was really impressed and kind of motivated by is the fact that this thing stayed at 225 degrees pretty much the whole way through. It does fluctuate a little bit more than the IVS, but I would assume it would because it's not an insulated smoker, right? It's metal, right? So it's going to go up and down, but for the most part, it stayed right around 225. I think the lowest I saw was like 217. The highest was like 230 something, right? But it never went up to 250 and never deviated that much. And so, like I said, it's pretty darn awesome, and I'm pretty darn excited. All right, guys, that's it. That was a seasoning video. Really simple, really fast, right? All I had to do was pour some pellets in there. I got the auger going, primed it up, set the fireboard to 225 degrees, lit it up, and the Goliath did everything else on its own, right? And that's what's really, really cool about this thing. If you notice, the tell true gauge was at 225 degrees, and the fireboard sensor was at 225 degrees pretty much the entire way through, right? Now I talk about the seasoning process. Yes, it's super simple, but don't forget it, guys. It is super, super important that you get it done properly, right? And the reason for that is the particular instructions here said 3 to 6 hours at 225 degrees. Now, the reason we have to do that is, look, it's beautiful. Yes, it's brand new. It's got a great paint job on there. And yes, they use high heat paint, but you need that paint to cure to that metal, right? You need it to settle in. If you don't, if you just start cooking right away, like, 500 degrees or whatever you put on there, 400, you're going to start to get that bubble in the paint, right? It's not going to cure correctly. That metal gets hot, right? Next thing you know, the paint's going to be flaking off. You're going to start getting rust spots. You're just going to have to start patching it up with paint. It's not going to look good, okay? So though it's super simple, it's very important. And you guys invested so much money into these pits, right? Whether it's the offset, IVS, pellet, Santa Maria, whatever you're getting, any pit that you have, even if it's not Lone Star Grillz, you got to season that paint properly, okay? Spray the inside with the PAM to get a nice patina on the inside. Other than that, you're ready to rock, right? So now we've been here about 5 hours. You can still hear the auger is still going, so it's been between 4 and 5 hours. I'm ready to cook, but I think I'm getting a little tired right now, so I might wait till tomorrow. But I have a brisket. I have a prime brisket that's about 17 pounds. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to cook on here, right? So guys, thank y'all so much for all of your support for all of these years that we've been doing this. I'm very excited with the new pellet smoker and the new journey we're going to take. If y'all don't mind, please subscribe to the channel. Follow along as we go. Give me feedback. Let's interact, man. Let's get some comments back and forth. Y'all have already had some great comments and feedback about this that I'm already looking into, right? So thank y'all so much for it, all of your support. And again, we'll see you guys on the next episode of Fatty's BBQ.